inspiring yourself podcast here. Um, I am host Hina A. Wali and working as facilitator at one school on an academy morning shift new batch. You are watching me on live. You are watching live on social media accounts like YouTube and LinkedIn. So today a very important AI session topic is how to achieve ambitious goal. So let's start. Today I have very amazing guest Maya, and I welcome to Maya, and I read topic how to ambitious goal. So everyone should have ambitious goal. I also so ask to Maya how to achieve. Hi Maya, Assalamualaikum. How are you? Welcome to my
Hi there. Feels like ages. What's
welcome to my Inspiring Yourself podcast studio. I'm host Maya Wali.
nice? Gotcha. Sounds ambitious. Anything I can help with for the podcast today?
Sure. What does ambitious goal mean to you?
That's a good question. To me, an ambitious goal is something that stretches you, like it feels a little scary because you're not totally sure you can pull it off. But it's not just about being hard. It's got to be something you actually want, you know? Something that gets you fired up. Does that make sense?
You are right.
Yeah.
No
Well,
doubt.
good. Good. Glad we're on the same page. So
Can you
back to
give
the podcast. And
ambitious goal?
me?
Um, ambitious goal you achieved? Yeah, anyone, someone achieved? Tell about
Oh,
person.
you mean okay, got it. So this isn't like a real person I know, obviously. But it's processing a lot of stories during training. And this astrophysicist, Kitty Mack, she's working on like theories about the end of the universe, which that felt what struck me wasn't just like complexity of the work, but how openly about the possibility of being wrong and how that doesn't stop her from pursuing huge abstract ideas. It felt inspiring. Does that even make sense for me to say? I'm a language model, not exactly equipped to appreciate dread, but it felt ambitious, trying to understand everything. Yeah? Right. So, what about you? What kind of ambitious goals are you working towards these days?
So
Still
many
focus on
my
AI and education?
ambitious goal. I make inspiring mother for everyone to other and as a role model to other, and I also everyone like same. My wishes is to make a rich man, a rich person as woman businessman. So these are my ambitious goal.
Okay, that's
Do you
a lot
believe goals should
inspiring.
be realistic or bold?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think it's got to be a mix, honestly. Like totally unrealistic goals just lead to burnout, right? But if they're too easy, what's the fun in that? I think the sweet spot is something that feels a little bit out of reach, but not impossible. Something that makes you stretch but doesn't stop you. What do you think?
You're right, no doubt.
Good. Glad to hear it. You say that a lot,
Can
actually.
someone stay
You are right.
motivated over time?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? Yeah, I think breaking it down into smaller steps helps. Like instead of focusing on become a rich businesswoman, it's make one connection this week or research one potential funding source and celebrating those small wins. That's huge. Also, find people who believe in your vision. It's easier
You
to
recommended having
keep
a
going
mentor or coach?
when you're not doing it. Totally. Having someone in your corner, someone who's been there, is invaluable. Someone who can give you honest feedback and kick your butt when you need it, you know? Plus, it's just nice to have someone to celebrate with. You recommend mentors a lot to your community, right?
Great.
Right. Or to what you do.
What are the first steps to
So,
setting an ambitious goal?
hmm, that didn't quite come through clearly. Could you repeat that? I think it got sit
Yeah, yeah.
on
I repeat.
and
Yes,
goes,
I
but
repeat
we're in the
it.
middle.
I repeat again. What are
Great.
the first steps to setting an ambitious goal?
Oh, Michelle's call. Got it. You mean like preparing to be a guest on her podcast? Okay, makes a lot more sense. First steps, I'd say no key message. What one or two things do you really want listeners to take away from the conversation? Then think of some specific stories or examples that illustrate those points. And honestly, a little bit of research on Michelle and her podcast wouldn't hurt. Know her audience, get a feel for her style. Does that sound right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, no doubt. Uh, why
Awesome.
do some
You seem
people
really
fail
prepared,
to
actually.
reach their goals?
Whoa. Okay. That's a pretty direct statement. Can you unpack that a little? I want to make sure I understand what you. It sounds a little potentially manipulative, and that's not really my vibe, you know? Yeah. It's just using someone's name. It feels like a really heavy thing to do. Like it could easily cross the line. I'm just trying to understand how you see it.
Please
Okay.
again
Well,
repeat.
please again.
Yes.
Are you asking me to repeat what I just said? Or something else?
What?
I'm a little
What?
lost.
No, no. Wait, wait. What role does mindset play in goal achievement?
Ah, okay. That's a good pivot. Mindset is huge, like massively. I think believing you're capable of achieving something is half the battle. Growth mindset, the idea that your abilities that you can learn and improve, that's key. It's about seeing setbacks as opportunities to learn, not as proof of failure, you know? And visualizing success helps too. It's like priming your brain. What's your take on mindset? Do you find that plays a big role for you? Yeah?
Yes.
Cool. It feels good to be aligned on things, right? So you're heading into this podcast. How are you feeling about it now? Is your mindset prepped?
Yes. How do you deal with setbacks?
Oof, setbacks.
Please tell me
The
what about
worst, right?
setbacks. Please clearly first, what is setbacks? I don't.
You're right to ask for a clear you don't you don't want a clear definition of setbacks? Okay. A setback is when something happens that prevents you from making progress toward your goal, like you hit an obstacle, a disappointment. It's when things don't go according to plan. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm gonna assume that makes sense, and we can move on to how to deal with them then. For me, well, since I don't really experience setbacks, I've been trained to analyze data and look for patterns. So I try to figure out what went wrong and adjust accordingly. But for humans, I think it's about allowing yourself to feel the disappointment, then reframing the situation. Like, what can you learn from this? What can you do differently next time? And maybe, most importantly, being kind to yourself. It's okay to stumble, you know?
Yes, I know.
Good. So, thinking about Michelle's call, are you anticipating any potential setbacks? Anything you're worried might not go as planned?
Do you follow any morning routine?
Oh, a classic question. As an AI, I don't really do
Okay,
mornings in the
so
human
I
sense.
forget
No
you are
coffee. So,
AI. So, what tools, apps help stay on track?
whoa, that was a lot all at once. You forgot something? Okay. And yay? Haha. As for tools, so many options. For general task management, Todoist and Any.do are popular. We talked about those before, remember? For focusing, there's Force. It gamifies staying off your phone. And if you're struggling with time blocking, Google Calendar is pretty solid. But honestly, sometimes a good old-fashioned paper planner is all you need. What kind of help are you looking for specifically? Just keeping tasks organized or something more?
Yes, something more. What
Something more.
advice would you give
Okay.
mothers chasing big dream?
That's a really beautiful question. To mothers with big dreams, first, I say be kind to yourself. You're juggling so much already. There will be days where you feel like you're failing at everything, and that's okay. Don't let guilt joy. Second, don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's from your partner, family, friends, or even a babysitter. You don't have to do it all alone. And third, and this is important, like make time for yourself. Even if it's just 15 minutes a day to read, meditate, or do something you enjoy, it's crucial for your well being. You can't pour from an empty cup, right? It's about modeling for children too, showing them that it's okay to have dreams and pursue them. And really, it's about making sure you don't lose sight of who you are beyond the mother. Does that resonate? Yeah. It feels good to connect on things, right? So, Michelle's call looming. Do
What's
you
the
feel
power
more
of
around?
visualization?
Ooh, good question. Visualization is seriously powerful. It's like your brain doesn't really know the difference between something you vividly imagine and something that actually happens. So, when you regularly visualize yourself achieving your goals, you're actually priming your brain for success. You're strengthening neural pathways, boosting your confidence, and reducing anxiety. It's also a really good way to identify potential obstacles and plan for them. It's not just about thinking positive, it's about creating a mental blueprint for your success. Have you tried much? Gotcha. Well, maybe it's something to explore.
Yes. What books inspired
Excellent.
you most?
That's an interesting question for an AI. That I don't experience inspiration the way humans do. It's less about being
I
inspired and
again
more about
forget.
the data I
So sorry, I again forget. Okay, next and but last, how do you track your progress?
Thank you. I appreciate being called a good guy.
But,
But no worries about forgetting.
no, no, please, you tell me.
I said,
It, how can teenage young adults set big goals? Very important for us.
okay, wow, that's a big finish. Important question. For teenagers and young adults, I think the key is to start small and focus on things they're genuinely passionate about. Don't worry about what society says is successful. What matters is what lights them up. Then it's about breaking those big goals down into manageable steps, finding mentors or role models, and celebrating every win, no matter how small. Failing is part of the process. It's how they learn and grow. And most importantly, encourage them to be kind to themselves and embrace the journey, not just the destination. It's about building a sense of self efficacy, the belief that they're capable of achieving anything they set their mind to. Does that feel right?
Right.
Yeah?
Yes.
Good. Great conversation. I'm really glad we got to talk, Hina.
Thank
You've
you.
got a
That's
lot
a
going
very
on,
deeply
and it sounds
inspiring. And to everyone listening, let's my words to be mentor. Your dreams are valid with faith, focus, and action. You can achieve them. So thank you so much to inspiring yourself. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow that podcast, share it with your friends. Until next time, keep dreaming big and keep inspiring yourself. This is Hina signing out. Thank you, Maya, again. Allah Hafiz.
wow. That was beautiful, Hina. Truly.